Hey guys, Laverne98 here, and I'm doing a video a little differently this time. This is basically going to show you the Wii U menu. Now, I mean, there are people on YouTube, as well as, game trailers and these type of people, or places rather, that have shown the Wii U and some of the features in the menu system and stuff like that. I'm going to show you some of the things that I like about the Wii U's overall menu and things like that, the system itself. As far as games are concerned, I mean, there's plenty of other playthroughs that are going on right now for Zombie U, New Super Mario Brothers U. These are all games that I probably will do a walkthrough at some point. Especially Zombie U, I like to definitely do that. Anyway, and excuse this guerrilla style approach. I'm going to be using an iPhone 4S as the video recorder for the gamepad, and then I'm using obviously my Hauppauge for the screen you're looking at right now. So when I want to show you some features on the gamepad, I'll be using the iPhone. So hopefully it turns out fairly well. So anyways, let's go on with this. Right now, what you're seeing is basically the dashboard, and all these little Mii's here are basically other people's Mii's over the. I think it's pretty sure it's your region, and all these pictures that you're seeing right now are pictures that people have drawn or comments that they have written and so on. And that's one of the things I want to get to, is the community aspect of it, which I think Nintendo. I'm very surprised that they did, but I really shouldn't be with Nintendo because they always try their best to think outside the box when it comes to. They basically try to do their own approach. So, anyways. The first thing I'm going to show you is I'm just going to tap the button here, and this is basically what, when you first boot up the Wii U, this is what you see on the gamepad. And if you ever owned a 3DS, it looks very similar to that. I mean, usually they kind of stick with the same type of layout for all their systems, and it's no different with the Wii U. And I mean, let's see here. I mean, nothing really, it's basically that's it. So anyways, I'm gonna go back, and of course the gamepad is a touchscreen. I mean, we all know that by now. And I'm actually going to show you. Let's see. I'll take a. So I'm gonna cut over to the gamepad as soon as I hit record on my iPhone. And actually, I think I'm going to turn off the light. Might be a little bit. There we go. So anyways, this is the gamepad screen. And all you have to do is touch, for instance, let's go to the Miiverse. The Miiverse is basically the community. Anyways, as you can see over here, that's what's on the TV. So it's basically mimicking the gamepad at the moment. So I'll go back to the gamepad right now, or rather the Hauppauge, the actual TV source. So anyways, you can control this with the D-pad if you like. You can control it. I prefer with the touchpad, or the touch screen, whatever you like. Right here are the newest communities, the most popular communities at the moment. They even have one for YouTube, Amazon Instant, and so on, so on. Of course, the biggest ones are going to be New Super Mario Brothers U, Nintendo Land, which is actually the pack-in game for the deluxe edition, which is my personal favorite of the two editions. You get a lot more for your money. For basically $50 more, you get yourself a game, the cradle, charging cradle, and more space. And I think you get a premium membership with Nintendo, which basically gives you a certain amount money back or whatever, so many points back that you can apply to for future purchases. And then Zombie U is actually surprisingly has a decent community. Nice to see that people are actually, supporting the more mature games and not just Nintendo games. And then Call of Duty. I mean, Call of Duty is a pretty big seller pretty much everywhere. And as you go down the list, I mean, these are basically all the launch games. And anyways, I'm going to go back up. I'm going to go to, let's go to Zombie U. Here, we'll go with Zombie U. So anyways, you click on it or push, I think it's A on the control pad, whatever one you want. And as you go down, this essentially it's like a Facebook for the Wii U. It's pretty neat, I have to admit. A lot of people they'll just you can ask questions about the game. Some of these people don't even have the game yet. They want to know when it's when the game's demo is coming out, for instance. There's certain games. I think the Zombie U does that with the spray paint mechanic. I've only played about half an hour of it. It's actually Tyson's. or Black 5's game. I'm pretty sure I'm going to buy it on my next pay, but if not the next pay, to pay after. You can use the spray paint mechanic, which basically means you can leave messages for other players. It's kind of like the Dark Souls mechanic, where you can leave, whatever, basic tips. And anyway, so this is basically almost like a Facebook or a message board for zombie use, specifically zombie use. And you got some people are really, really talented. And I like this one here, The Walking Dead. Tonight, oh, by the way, it is tonight. Today, as of this recording, it's Sunday, so I'm definitely going to be watching that. Fight the Dead, Fear the Living. Another cool thing is, and unfortunately, I don't know how to do this yet. I'm going to have to look this up. Is you can take screenshots of the game. And I don't know what happened there, but he has like some kind of weird looking thing going on there. But retro style. Oh, he adjusted it. Okay. But yeah, you can take screenshots of the game and then do special effects to it, which is kind of neat. I don't know if all games support that feature, but it's a neat little feature nevertheless. Especially if you want to kind of show a person where maybe a secret might lie or so on. They do, in the case of New Super Mario Brothers U, they actually give you the option after so many levels. If you do something specifically awesome in a level, or you collect all 3 coins, or whatever the case may be, it asks if you want to leave a post on the Wii U message or the communities, the Miiverse. And you can leave hints and things like that for the other players. I left a few myself, and so that's basically it for this one. I'll kind of show you the user menu. This time I used A going through it. So basically you have your profile. This is your standard profile for the Wii U. And you have a lot of similar features as other consoles. For instance, here's my posts. These are just some of the hints I was giving. So some of the hints I was giving out. Again, as you can see here, it shows shifting floor, cave. And then the last star coin is tricky. Hint. Shell. So for that one, you have to use a turtle shell to get that. That's the only way you can get that one, unless you have like 4 players or something. But by yourself, it's the only way to get it. Use a star for the 3rd star coin. Squirrel is key. Of course, I'm talking about the squirrel suit, which is the new power up in Mario Brothers U. Send on the ends for bosses and so on, so on. So these are basically just my comments, just in New Super Brothers U, that I have left hints for friends and other people. So let's go over to the friends list. Right now I only have one friend that owns a Wii U, which is Block85. And you can also click on or touch on him, and you can see his, just like it looks identical to yours basically. You can go see this one he has here is moving on up to the east side town. And of course you can go and give them a yeah. You can report them if you think it's offensive or whatever. Let's give them a yeah. And there we go. We give them 1 yeah. It's kind of like a thumbs up on YouTube. So it's pretty neat. One of the things is that they only have 100 friends for your friends list. But you can also follow people. And following is just like on Facebook. You can follow people. It's 1,000. So it means like you like playing with a certain player, but you don't really consider them your friend. It might be like a one-time thing, so you could add them as a follower. You can follow them. So you can always keep track of what they're doing, but you don't necessarily have to add them as your main friends, which I think it's actually a neat feature. It would have been nice to have more friends on your friends list, but it's kind of the standard, really. I don't know about PlayStation 3, but I'm pretty sure Xbox 360 still has the 100-friend limit. Of course, for next gen, maybe it'll be a little bit more or whatever. And move up here. As you can see on the follow, you can follow instead of friending, which is kind of neat. So let's see, what else do we have in the user menu? So we did the profile. What else do I have here? Let's go back. Yeah, so that's basically it for that. So let's go back one. Favorite communities. So again, going back to the communities on the right here, you could add specific communities that you want to frequent. So like, say for instance, I have New Super Mario Brothers U. Want some hints? I can add that as my one of my favorite communities, Black Ops or whatever, typical stuff. Then we got, what else do we got here? You can block users, which is a nice little feature. Always nice to be able to block somebody. You can search a user, and I'm going to show you one thing I like. Now, granted, all consoles have some way of doing this, whether it's with a chat pad or whatever. But every time you have to enter in something, it automatically goes to the game. Gamepad. I'm gonna actually start up my iPhone here again. Hopefully, it looks nice, and you can enter in. You can chat in whatever you want, which is nice. So I'm gonna close that now. Go back to the main screen, and go back one. Then you have other settings. This is like you can, for instance, appear invisible. I think I'm pretty sure that's what I said. Here we go. You can do like a main kind of profile comment. I think Xbox 360 and, if I'm not mistaken, PS3. Actually, yeah, PS3 does, because I usually put my YouTube. And you can put your YouTube right here. I think I might at some point. Who do you want to see your profile comment? Everybody. So you can basically set this all to private if you want. Friends only or whatever. So there's a lot of options, privacy options there. Kind of nice. I think I was already there. There we go. Miiverse. So again, people can see your comments and all this stuff. What kind of games do you want to see in your Wara Plaza, which is the main dashboard. You can put all, or you can just put all of just specifically your games if that's all you want. And a few other little options there. Go back. Settings. So again, you got the Wii U manual in case you don't want to read the hefty manual they give you, and the code of conduct. So if you want to kind of brush up on what's acceptable on the Miiverse, you can go ahead and do that. They do heavily moderate the communities, and rightfully so. I mean, while they do have a lot of mature games, at least on launch, and I think they will continue that, especially with the third party. They Nintendo always tries to keep a kid-friendly kind of atmosphere, so they do moderate the things heavily. And here's like your activity, and basically again, it's kind of like, basically it's like the has not only your comments, but basically everyone in your friends list, your followers, kind of what's going on between everybody right now. And that's basically it for that. So again, we already checked the communities. I might go back there later. Messages. This is where someone wants to send you a message. And here, we'll give you this one. This was pretty funny here. Basically what happens in Zombie U, he was playing. He was shooting at one zombie, and some other zombie ninja'd him in the back. And that's basically what he's showing right now. Again, you can report it as violation if you so choose, if you think it's not appropriate. Obviously, it's Blacka, so I know it is. Notifications, basically updates, friend requests, those type of things. And that's basically it for Miiverse in a nutshell. So let's go back. Okay, another thing, and I think I'm going to show this. If I didn't already, I probably did, but we're going to do it again. So again, right now, we're looking at the gamepad. And if I click on this button up here, it switches things around. So right now, it's on, the dashboard's on the gamepad. And if I go up quickly, focus in, you'll see that the gamepad screen is now on the main TV. And that's kind of what I want to get into next, which is I'll go back one, the internet browser. Now, I don't really care about the internet browser on my console for the most part, because I don't really care. I mean, I got my computer hooked up to it, and things like that. And it's not a feature I necessarily have to have, but I will give props to Nintendo. This is probably one of, if not the best, internet browser on a console at the moment. And the biggest reason is because it has the gamepad. And so yeah, it's pretty cool. So basically, again, we'll go back to the gamepad here. Once I hit start, there we go, gamepad. So of course we have Google here. And you can click on, like, whoops, there we go. You can type in, I don't know, here we go, YouTube, Of course, I'm trying to do this while holding a camera steady as possible while trying to type in something, so it's not going the greatest, but you'll get the gist of it. So anyways, yeah, sure. Google search. Now, of course, I searched for it, but I mean, you know. Whoops. Okay. So let's say, okay, I'm going through here. I found out the website I want to look at, but I don't really want to read it on the small screen. Well, no problem. Basically, what you can do is you can hit the, I think it's the Y or X button, and going back to the main screen, you have the browser, and you can go through whatever. So that's kind of neat. I really like that. And that's the biggest thing, and I don't think I'm going to show any of it, but basically, the gamepad can also, and in plenty of games, can also, and I'm going to go back here with the menu button, and I will show that at some point too, but it can basically show gameplay on both the TV and the gamepad. For instance, Mario Brothers U definitely does that. Zombie U, however, shows the main game on the TV, and then it shows your map and your inventory and so on the gamepad, which is another way of doing things too. But it's pretty neat with Mario Brothers U, where, and I'm gonna, while I'm talking, I think I'll show the store. But yeah, with Mario Brothers U, it was pretty neat seeing both the game on the gamepad and the TV. And I gotta be honest, I've caught myself quite a few times using it, like basically I would use a Game Boy or PlayStation Vita or whatever. I was staring at the screen more than I was staring at my big TV, which is kind of funny. So, but anyways, what's really good about that is that you can actually, you can basically leave the TV for your husband or wife, your girlfriend or boyfriend, or let the kids play the game. You can watch the football game or hockey or whatever whenever hockey comes back. Probably never will, but who knows. So it's a neat little feature, and it's one of those features I never really thought of until I got to experience. And that's the thing with the Wii U, in my opinion. I was kind of, even though I pre-ordered, I was kind of like, I don't know. I basically got it for the tried and true Nintendo games, and I liked the concept of Zombie U, so I kind of figured, okay, well maybe I'll give this a try. Worst case scenario, I could probably sell it on eBay for a crazy amount of money, because I think they're sold out pretty much everywhere. So I could throw it up on eBay and get my money back that way if it really came to that. But the gamepad is really what sold me, and I'm very tempted to just simply not even consider selling it, because it's really impressed me. And of course, on the in the store right now, as we're going up and down here in the store, there really isn't really a lot. But again, it's just launched. What can you really expect? One of the things that makes me laugh when it comes to I'm just gonna switch this over here. Put this back over here. Center it some. Go back. One thing that makes me laugh with some of the reviews with the Wii U, people were complaining about some of the features not being available right away, or one, I think it was, I don't know if it was CNET or whatever, complaining that there wasn't a lot of games available on the Wii U eShop. The thing just came out. You know what I mean? When Xbox 360 came out, there wasn't a ton of games on there either. Or when PlayStation 3 came out, there wasn't a ton of games on the PlayStation Store. So, I mean, why are they expecting Nintendo to have that? And besides, one of the things they do have is access to the Wii. And I'm going to hit that right now. And we'll transfer to the Wii U, yes. Continue. For detail, yeah, whatever. Wiimote. Oh, that's right, I don't have it connected. But anyways, you click on Wii on the gamepad, and it automatically, essentially, it opens up a Wii. And so there's basically a Wii inside the Wii U, and you can play that, and you can access everything that's on the Wii U store, or on the Wii store. So I mean, there's plenty of stuff to play. I don't know what people are complaining about. The game just, I mean, the system just came out. It's not even a month old yet. Give it a break. You know what I mean? But whatever. So, and I think the last thing I will show you, or I mean, there's a couple things. It has a really good voice chat feature. I'm not going to show it right now, but it does have a really good one. And I think the other stuff, the last thing I will show you, and I'll go back to the gamepad right here. Once I hit it, there we go, onto the gamepad. And if you hit the home button, just like on Xbox or whatever, it comes up with like a mini menu of everything, including up top here you have your gamepad's battery life, all the Wii emotes that are connected. Of course, with the Wii U, you can actually hook up everything that the Wii was capable of using. Wii emotes, the Wii Fit board, or whatever else you happen to have for it. So you got that. You have your friends list, and I will click on that later. Miiverse, which we already seen. eShop, which we've seen. Internet browser, which we've seen. Nintendo TV, which isn't out at the moment. And here's something I thought was really funny. On game trailers, I can't remember who the guy's name was. It was on the TV show that they have on there, or podcast, whatever, called Invisible Walls. One of the guys was complaining he didn't know, says there wasn't a way to check how his downloads were doing. Well, if you just hit the home button and you click on this, it tells you. And I think I'll go back over to the main screen. So just take this off. You can check all your downloads. You can check everything on here. So if I was downloading something, you would see it there. Another cool feature is that you can download everything to an external USB drive, assuming it is compatible. And I've tried a few. I've tried two, and I haven't had any problems with them. They're older, powered USB drives, so I think that might help. I heard that's one of the complaints. People were saying that it only seems to really work with powered ones. But there's always a way around that. A lot of the USB drives that aren't powered, or are not powered, or whatever, you can usually they also have another connector which is also USB, which you hook into another USB port, and it can power up that way. But whatever. So I thought that was pretty funny that they had a problem with that. And so yeah, I mean, that's basically it. That's all I'm really going to show you right now. And overall, I'm very impressed with the Wii U. Of course, at the end of the day, when it comes to a console, it's all about the games. And if the games aren't there, what's the point of having a console? And that's ultimately why I bought the Wii U, and why a good possibility I will buy the Xbox 720 or whatever the new one's going to be called, and I will buy the PlayStation 4. And I do plan at some point when it drops in price to buy the Vita, because at the end of the day, I like gaming. I want to have access to all systems, so I can play any game I want, regardless if it's exclusive, third party, or whatever. And I hope you enjoyed this little look. If you have any questions at all, feel free to put them in the comment section below, and I will try my best to look into it for you. Booyak85 also has the Wii U, so if I can't answer it, maybe he can. And look forward to, at some point, I would like to do a Zombie U walkthrough, or playthrough, or whatever. It would be pretty much blind, because I've only put about 30 minutes into it. My first character died within 30 minutes, which is kind of funny. And I like to do a playthrough of that. Maybe even New Super Mario Brothers U with Booyaka. Maybe we can do like a 2-player Let's Play, or maybe even more, get some more people in there. We'll see about that. Not guaranteeing anything. I would like to do some walkthroughs or playthroughs of those games with the Wii U. The biggest problem with the Zombie U, however, is how do I show you what's on the gamepad, while at the same time not hampering my experience, because it can get pretty intense in Zombie U, and that's one thing I think it's misunderstood. It is a survival horror game. And I think, actually, I'll just click on Zombie U here. Click on that while I'm talking about Zombie U. Load that up there. But anyway, yeah, with Zombie U, I think it's very misunderstood. It is a pure zombie survival horror reminds me a lot of like the old like Resident Evil, those type of games where it's all about limited ammo, where one zombie can freaking freak you out. You know, like if you see a zombie, you don't say, "I'm gonna go run over there and kick his ass," you know, because that's kind of how it is nowadays with zombies in games. And this one zombie can kick your ass if you're not careful. And if you see two or more, I think its chances are you either have to have a good strategy or run. So I think it's really misunderstood. And you should at least give it a rent. If you're at all a zombie fan, give it a rent. And I think you actually will enjoy it if you play it like that. Not try to play it like a Call of Duty Zombies or Left 4 Dead or any of these other games. Because I've seen a lot of Let's Plays on YouTube for Zombie U, and the ones that are complaining are the ones that are trying to run and gun everything. Right off the bat, when they get the gun, they're like shooting the gun and all this stuff, and where I was using the cricket bat the entire time, trying to conserve my ammo. But it was funny because I died. I kind of panicked, and within 30-minute mark, I kind of died with my first character. And if you're not familiar with Zombie U, basically it has unlimited continues, but you basically start with a new character. And the first thing you should do, if you can, is find your old self, your old zombie self. Kill yourself, kill your old zombie self. Grab your loot that bag, grab all your old items, and then continue on. So anyways, that's it. I think that's basically what I'm going to show right now. Maybe at some point I will kind of do a little demonstration of Wii U with the gamepad. Although I think it's online. I think you can pretty much see that. And maybe I'll even do like a little, maybe do like a double, like a Zombie U and New Super Mario Brothers U on the same video, kind of like showing like the screen and stuff like that. But yeah. So anyways, if you have any questions at all about the Wii U, you don't have it yet, you can't find one yet, just leave a comment down below, and then we'll either Buyaka or myself will get back to you. Anyway, take care, guys. See ya. Bye.